Okay, this video is about to how to take a print off the build plate, wash it, and cure it. So first thing you're going to do is wear gloves. The resin is carcinogenic, so you don't want to get it on your hands at all. You'll notice it's done, and it'll say OK on the screen. You can lift it up, and there's some tools right here. One is a putty knife. You lift up the latch on top of the build plate, slide it off. And this extra resin, you're going to want to scrape it off and then scrape it on the edge of the tank to get it back in. The resin is viscous enough where you can do this and it'll stay on the knife. If it's right after a print, the resin's still kind of warm and it's not so viscous. So you'll want to do it over the build plate. After you've cleaned the extra resin off, you can just lift up this cover on the wash and put it down with the back part of the plate toward the back of the wash, and just rest it so that the edges sit on the little tray that's in there. You're going to want to check the level of the isopropyl alcohol in here. There's a little black line, and to make sure that the isopropyl is above that line. So this is the minimum line, and there's a maximum line over here. So I just put it somewhere a little bit over the minimum. If you need extra, there's a rinse bottle right here that I use to clean off stuff, and we usually store some either under the bench here or under the the chemical fume hood in the next room. So you can just dump a little bit extra until it goes over the line. You're going to want to squirt some alcohol on this and wipe it off. Put it back. Make sure to put this latch down and then close the door. The resin is photosensitive, so you don't want to leave that open for a long period of time or else the light will start to cure it. Then turn the knob on the front so that it goes to start. Click start. Based on the resin, you'll have a set curing time for the form cures, which is for UV light. Based on this resin is a white resin. The recommended time is 30 minutes or a full cure is 60. I think 30 is probably okay. So you can just hit start on one of the cures that's set at the right time and temperature. If you need to edit, you can always scroll down and change. The timing is such that it takes about 10 minutes to preheat form cure to 60 C. So by the time that this is done washing and you're popping parts off of the build plate to put in the cure, it'll start to be starting the time for the cure setting. It'll also ask you if your print was a success. That's just some feedback to Formlabs to indicate how successful you've been over some period of time. And online there's a dashboard that sort of tells you your print metrics over the last month.